a secret all men keep that women don't know? 1. When you ask us to say hi to someone on your behalf, we don't. 2. We're pretty confident that we could survive as the last man on Earth. 3. We don't forget to ask for a bunch of details. We just don't care. 4. There's nothing wrong. Sometimes we genuinely need to sit for a while and think about absolutely nothing. 5. That a grown man will see a stick while walking and think, gee, that's a nice stick. 6. You can talk shit about us to our face, but in front of your friends or family builds resentment. 7. We love compliments. Try it and see how far it gets you, because while we may call you lovely things, we rarely get so much in return, and your words mean more than you'll ever know. 8. Nice try, Woman's Health Magazine. 9. When you ask us what we're thinking and we say nothing, 99% of the time that's true. The other 1% is something so god-awful stupid, childish, immature that it doesn't need to be said, so we say nothing. Which is true. 10. We hurt more than you think we do. 11. This is the most cliche answer, but it's too true. Doesn't matter how much effort women put into makeup and clothes. If a man finds a woman attractive,
Welcome to More Than a Dad Podcast. I'm your host, Lou Mobe. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Dre Moore.
It's good, y'all.
And we got 30 for 30 Earn in the building.
What's good, y'all?
No, man. What's good, guys?
Bro, how you live?
How's dad life, man?
Dad life is lifing.
Yeah, man. Yo, I seen this meme the other day that had me cracking up. Yo, it was like a picture of like an angry mom or like a disgruntled mom. She kind of had her arms folded. She looked like real unapproachable, and it was like a dad in the front, like super smiling, hands out, ready to shake somebody's hand and talk. And the caption was just about like, yo, behind every like antisocial wife, there's like a super social butterfly husband. And I really identify with that. Not saying that my wife is the super extreme with this, but I'm definitely the overly talkative, talk to a stranger, make a buddy at Wawa, be talking to you in line. Yeah, like I'm, bro, like, y'all can identify with this or no?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I think it might just be like opposites attract, but like 90% of like any of the women like I ever talked to, like they don't really be talking to people. Like it just be me, and maybe I just talk to people a lot, and they just talk to people regular. So, but they really just don't just be over there.
And it's the complete opposite for me, bro. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me in Wawa. Don't talk to me in the supermarket. And she be talking, and I be waiting and looking at my watch and like, come on.
That's because I don't talk to nobody.
It's definitely the opposite for me.
Bro, it just give you just the snapshot of like what that house look like, man. The house, listen, in that house, man, you're a prisoner, bro. You get outside that house, it's like, get out, man. Like somebody to snap the picture. Like, yeah, I mean, you ended up talking to people like, yo, I'm so social outside the house for like multiple reasons, but like when I be places, I be talking to people at the supermarket. I'm a little extra, like when I'm at the market, you know, at the cashier, I'm super nice. This wasn't like always how I was. It was only after being in a serious relationship and a committed marriage.
We gotta unserious the relationship, dog.
Bro, really be out here just like chopping. Like, and it's funny because at the daycare, it's the same way. Like when I go pick up the kids, the dads will say things to each other. The women don't speak like that.
Like, cause I don't, women just don't talk to other women, bro. Like, so now, like, the mom's just gonna come in at you, and they probably just gonna breeze through, walk past. Like, you know what it is, like, and also too, like, I don't know how many dads like at your daycare, but I don't know if it's a lot or not. But like, when I used like take my kids to daycare, like, it was just always a lot of girls. So like when you see a dad, it's like, oh, what's up? You over here doing the same thing I'm doing? So then it's like that. Like that unspoken bond. You ever just see somebody out somewhere, like that's just like you just anywhere, just like how like you was at the courthouse and like the black boy came out, he only seen you as the other black person, like, oh, I'm gonna talk to him.
Right.
You know I was about to say, they only happen in like black situations.
But that's what it be. Like, so when you see, but it's that, but like it'd be like dads is kind of universal. So like even like the white dads that are coming to daycare, like I seen like, oh, what's up? Like just give them a little. So, you know what I mean? Because it's like always a bunch of women. Like you go on a date.
Definitely an opposites attract thing because Listen, don't talk to me in the daycare.
What you mean?
I don't.
Nah, they
I don't
talk
want
to
to
the
bond.
dads.
I don't want to bond. I don't want
Nah.
to.
Yo, Aaron, it's
Don't
crazy,
talk to me
bro.
in the
It
daycare,
just
bro.
be regular.
I'm
with-
here to get my son, and that's it.
It be regular. What's up? Because when you go into daycare, like daycares is ran by like women. Like most of the teachers is women. It's just all women, and then like the women dropping their kids off. So when you do see like another male, it's like, all right, cool. Like you mean we on that?
I guess, bro.
No, I'm just talking about the opposites attract. Like, did you realize that early? That like, yo, she's a social butterfly and I'm not. Is that something that you see attractive in women, or like, how about you? Like, was it attractive to you, Dre? That like, hey, she ain't in everybody else's face. She just
I don't
in my
even think
face.
you really know. Like
I was
when
about
you,
to say,
yeah, you don't. I
You
don't-
only learn that after you're,
Yeah.
after y'all been out, after y'all been in certain situations.
Yeah, and then like it's kind of like awkward. Like it becomes like an awkward thing. Like this, like it becomes like then it becomes like an awkward conversation because like, so like me, so like I'm like overly social. So then like I go places and like. Like y'all expect something of me. Like, so like Aaron said all the time, like I'm cool taking Dre anywhere because I know like he just gonna talk to whoever there. It don't, you mean? So, like if I go somewhere with my lady, she don't really talk as much as I talk, but people used to my energy. So then like people will be off to the side, like, yo, what's wrong with her? Like, you mean? So then I gotta have a conversation, like, yo, they think like you got a problem, and then she like, I don't got no problem, and now it's like this weird, awkward back and forth, but it's just like. They getting that because of me. Like, if we both was just sitting over there quiet, it'd be like, all right, cool. But because like I'm bouncing around and doing all this, and she just quiet, they're like, oh, what's wrong with her? Like she like that.
I've been on the phone with Varnia and be in like a store, and I'm talking to the cashier, and it was a nice day, it's beautiful. I'm like, man, it's been raining all crazy, and I'm giving them all this talk and talking them up, and you have a good day, no, you have a good day, and I'm doing my little thing.
They doing too much.
And
she get mad at you
She
because
was like, yo, what she said, you being too nice, like it's too much dialogue. It's
Like you Joe, cuz
Yeah, like,
you Joe.
you being Joe right now.
Meanwhile, when I'm in the house, nobody bothers me. I'm just in this basement, just like, you know what I mean? I got to go out and get my talking out, bro.
Yeah, that's the
True,
bit.
true.
Yeah, no, opposites definitely attract. But what you got? Get on your mental health check, though. How's your mental health?
You want to be real?
Yeah, since we here.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going through a lot right now. My mental health is 2024 has been stressful, and just got even more stressful. My mom suffered a massive heart attack a couple days ago, and she's still in the ICU and all that. So my mental
man
health is
here
pretty
potting.
trash.
Oh man, it's potting through this.
Pie through the pain.
Listen, man, prayers up for unity.
Definitely
Though.
a lot. And we definitely appreciate you being here, bro. Cause I don't know if I could be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
ain't
but
think
I
we was gonna
understand.
shoot.
Yeah, I understand the escape, and I understand not hyper focusing, not taking your worry off it, but definitely strength being here right now.
No, I appreciate it, man. I wanted to, like you said, get my mind off of it. I don't know, like Drake came up to the hospital yesterday. The tone among the family
Yeah,
versus
chilling.
like how serious it is. Like we
chilling.
keeping it light, we telling jokes about mommy and memories and the good times and the bad times, and the embarrassing stories, and we've been keeping each other company. We then camped out in the visitor room for 2 nights.
They had a whole fort when I went up that joint. They had all these chairs sectioned off, all these
Blankets,
stuff,
water,
blankets,
ice.
all
Yeah.
types of stuff. I'm like, I got a whole head up
hospital
this job.
socks. But guys, I don't know by the time this come out, has her status might have changed or not, but she's in the ICU and it's really serious. A bunch of her arteries in her heart were clogged, and one of them was 99% clogged. So I just think the part that's throwing me for a loop is that like I picked her up, and the doctors are trying to backfill the story. It's like, yo, she was already in cardiac arrest when you picked her up.
He's mad, right?
And like, I only think of like what a heart attack look like on TV. Somebody grabbing at their chest and they drop down to a knee or they pass out. No, she was basically having a heart attack, and I picked her up and helped her change her clothes because she was still in her church clothes, and me and my brother drove her over to the hospital. I remember when music I was playing. I remember how she was sitting in the front seat of the car, like, and she was talking to us. And then once they did the EKG, they was like, "Yo, take a picture again," and he confirmed it. He was like, "Yo, she's in cardiac arrest right now." And they were like, "Yo, we got transferred to a bigger hospital with a cardiology department," and that's kind of like where like the story just escalates like a lot. You know what I mean?
Just go fast.
And then it's like, yeah, we're gonna do an emergency procedure in her heart, give her a stent, da 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 da. And that was like the last time I talked to her, and she's up. She's like heavily sedated, life support, you know, all the stuff. So, yeah, that's where my mental health is in the gutter. You know, how about y'all two, man?
I'm good. I feel like, like I'm probably in like one of the better moods that I've been in a long time. Like, I don't know if I got like this burst of energy, and I don't know. I'm just good. We was at my aunt's funeral Monday. Well, y'all whenever y'all get around to this, but yeah, Monday. So it was just like around a bunch of family and all of that. So like, that's always like, like it's a mood lifter. Like you're around people like you ain't seen in years, all of this. So like it was a good job.
I'm cool, bro.
Like I'm cool, bro.
Just tired, bro. Work. I don't really got much going on outside of work.
Yeah.
Kid cool. Coming up on summer trips, all that stuff, bro.
Right.
All that exhausting stuff. But besides that, I'm cool, bro.
Right.
I want to throw this on the table just because you spoke about family, right? Because now we got to reach out to family that I probably haven't seen in years. They want to come visit mommy. You just experienced a funeral of your aunt.
Right.
I wanted to talk about something in our generation, just because you brought that up, is are we really spoiled by social media in regards of, like, it's not mandatory to attend the family events or the family reunions, or are people throwing them as regularly as we
I just
grew
think
up on?
people ain't having them.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like social media. I just think people just ain't having them.
No, I kind of see what Lou talking about. Because you could talk to your cousin, bro. You see their progress. You see the stuff that they post or the stuff that they share about. You see how big their kids is getting, and you can comment on it from anywhere in the world. I mean, my cousin's in North Carolina, and I'm like, oh, his son getting big. Oh, he's starting basketball. Oh, like that stuff that back in the day you only learned through talking to people or seeing them, but now you don't need to, bro, because you see it. You see the progress online.
Nah, bro. I think generations just changed without the social media. Like you got to think, it was a point in time, like growing up, like no social media. Like your mom and your aunt might have been together every weekend. You with your cousins every weekend. That stopped happening before social media came around. Like it depend on certain people that pass away in your family. Like I remember we was at my grandmom's house every weekend. So like my grandpa passed. Certain people pass away, then the relationship changed. And I just don't think families are like as close together as they are when we was growing up. And I don't think that got nothing to do with social media. I just think the times change.
I agree in your first point, but I think it do got something to do with social media.
I do believe.
Who
on
was
the
doing
surface,
it before? When would you think people was heavy on social media?
When we was maybe going into high school. No,
bro.
Nobody not going into high school. When we was leaving high school.
When we was leaving high school. Think about your life and when your family events slowed down. That's prior to that. Well, I might not, because your family's closer. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of your family is still closer. That's, like, not for everybody's family. Like, y'all, like, you and your cousins still maintain semblance of that relationship.
Right.
Like, that same relationship that, like, if your mom not with her sisters like that, y'all just carry the tradition. So, like, your family not really, like, affected by that. Because I seen y'all. Like, you can't tell me, like, your mom and her sisters hang out all the time how they was when you was kids. I know it's not true because I know you. Now, y'all carried that. You, Rel, Reefy, y'all have carried that. Y'all have made your own semblance of that. Everybody ain't doing that. It ain't the same. Like, I'm sure, like, when your pop was alive, all like that side, like everybody was closer. I mean, your pop gonna take you to go see Uncle Jetty and all of them. Now your pop not here, that part gets left off. It's not really a social media thing, bro. It's a generational thing. Y'all just did it right, for real, to be honest.
I see both sides. I do think from a casual checking on your family and like letting it go by years of not seeing somebody, people are more comfortable doing it based upon I can see real time updates of you. I can look up Cousin Lou and know that he had a baby, got married, he going to LA. I could just get all that on a live time daily basis. I think the surface level of building a connection with distant cousins and uncles and aunties and all that can be, we have supplemented that with social media from a 1000%, for the big events, you know, weddings, birthdays, childbirths, like you said, family reunions. I believe in our age bracket, the people who were maintaining them events are just not here no more. You know, like my mom is big into back on club and doing things back in Virginia, and her mom was, and their peers were, and a lot of them are, you know, starting to pass away now. So I don't think anybody in our generation has picked it up. Because first of all, if we're going to be 100, it's expensive as hell to feed everybody at a family reunion. And I think when you start doing the whole, like, yo, that comes to this family reunion for your family, everybody got to chip in $150. Like, once you start doing stuff like that, it starts to get kind of cringy, or it causes a conflict, right?
Right.
Because everybody's family size ain't the same. I come in there with 3 kids, and somebody come in here with 7 kids, and we both pay $150, you know what I mean? Or whatever the price is. I'm just making up numbers. I don't remember family reunions costing anything growing up. But now, when you see flyers, it'd be like, all right, well, come with a T-shirt. And
would you as a kid?
No, I mean, right, because you wasn't about to pay it.
Right.
Everything was free as a youth.
I'm just
like
just
somebody
from my
might have
perspective.
paid it.
Somebody might have paid it.
Right.
I'm gonna say, even if you seen the number on the flyer, you ignored it because I ain't got the $44.
But
right.
Mommy got the $44.
But what about like we would, like, every time we went to Virginia, it wasn't a family reunion. Sometimes it was just we took a trip.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think, like, if you held on to them relationships, then you do that. Like, I think as kids, we was just dragged to certain places. Right. That's why I say, like, you and your cousin still close. So y'all go there.
Yes, as a kid, you was dragged to places. We went to go see our people in Maryland. We went to go see our people in New York or whatever. But now I see them on social media. So I don't have to drag my family to Virginia. And even if, you know what I mean, it's the first day of school. Say it's the first day of school, right? That's like a popular post pic, right?
Yeah.
The kid's first day of school, I could comment on little John in Virginia. Oh my God, he getting so big. Oh my God, I can't believe he's starting in 4th grade.
That's not why, though, bro. It's not why. Because, like I said, you and your cousins, like, you go, if I talk to you, you go to Rel House, how your mom might have went to one of her sister's houses.
That's a fact.
You have Rel, so it's different. And you see Rel every day on social media. That's just something that you continue to do. What I'm saying is, like, whereas though, all right, like your mom go to Aunt Alice's house all the time, so I'm sure you growing up was cool with Aunt Alice's kids.
Yeah.
How often do you have, since then, have you drove to Aunt Alice's kids' houses to go hang out with them?
Not often.
And that's not because of social media. That's just because we just don't carry the same tradition. You just carried the same tradition that your parents had.
We definitely more individualized as people.
Exactly. That's not a social media. That's not a social media thing.
So
Social media just means I could see you and I seen you. But if social media wasn't here, you wouldn't pull up.
All right,
but question.
I got a point, yo.
What?
My point is, I've easily haven't been to Virginia, where my family is from, since I went to college to now. So, 07.
How much do you know about them?
I know a lot. I spent my whole childhood down there.
I'm talking about
I don't know
from
about
07 to now.
I know the ones that are on social media, but there's plenty of them that aren't. But
right,
and I don't know if
and he's not looking out for the ones that's not on social media.
I don't know what our childhood relationship looks like as adults. Like we might just be two different people. Like, you know what I'm saying, and we may not have a connection to be close. But there are relationships that I've fortified, and I call and check on people, and people call and check on me. But being honest, you would think, hey, I could drive. I have a car. I have more time. I don't have to wait for when mommy go a few times a year. I could just up and come down if I wanted to, and never took the opportunity for almost 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think your family from, like, North Carolina or something like that. Have you ever just took your family down there? Like, I'm going to just take my family down there to see them.
And even if I don't see him on social media, I just haven't.
He has had kids longer than I have kids. His kid is about to be 15, 14 or something.
So it's like, it's just,
you know what I'm
saying? It's kind of different. Y'all see my kids more than, like, but that's just who I'm around. Like, you closer with your family than anybody. Like, outside of me, everybody else that's close to you is in your family, bro.
Right.
So
ahead. You had
yeah. What was your question? You said let me ask a question.
I don't know.
He gonna
remember. My bad, bro.
Yeah, he gotta let Aaron ask it like immediately because he not gonna remember it. But yeah, we stretched that.
Yeah, we stretched that.
So it was a 12-year-old boy on social media, and he was making beef Wellington.
Right.
He was like doing a demonstration of him making beef Wellington, which I've never seen before, but Aaron told me it's an advanced dish. It's something that's real fancy. So he was making it, and it impressed Chef Gordon Ramsay. So they was shouting him out on social media about it.
Yeah, amazing kid segment.
At 12, man, I couldn't cook
Not
nothing.
only that, I think Gordon Ramsay offered him like something.
Oh, to be
like a job or a scholarship, or
That's
he
dope.
offered him something, which is super dope.
Yeah, I couldn't cook nothing at 12, yo. I could barely cook.
I was about to say, bro, you didn't start learning to cook
Yeah.
until you was an adult.
Facts. Listen, cause I remember when Aaron taught me how to make noodles. I still make noodles like that, yo.
Bro, I taught Dre how to make noodles from 600 miles away, bro.
Right.
And we was grown.
We was grown. He was cause Aaron always used to, like, when we was living together, we used to make spaghetti, but the way he made the noodles, they were so crazy. I'm like, yo, how you make these Jones? So I just went in there one day, just tried to make it, messed them Jones up. So I called him. What y'all was in, like, South Carolina or something?
Yeah.
He like, no, he like, listen, he gonna tell me what I did before I even tell him. I said, yo, the noodles is like, they all stuck together.
I'm
It's like a
like,
big clump. He
bro,
like, yo,
you
you
ain't
walked he like, you walked away from the pot.
I'm like, one, you ain't wait till it start boiling, did you?
Right.
He like, nah.
He like, and you walked away. He like, and you walked away from it. Dog. You supposed to just stir it and then take it right out.
Definitely taught him how to make
Yeah,
noodles
bro.
from
So at
600 miles away.
At 12, I'd have been on Gordon Ramsay making the peanut butter and jelly. Hey, good.
No, man, my fault. I'm just slightly distracted. Coco over here throwing up a little bit. I don't know what's up with her.
Oh.
So that's why she probably prancing. She want to go somewhere. But
Coco is the dog, y'all, for the audio people.
she do that like when she like so Coco, random fact about Coco, she real prissy. She don't eat her food in front of you, and if she don't like the food, she won't just eat. So she'll like starve herself until the next meal, and then she'll eat the next meal out of like just straight starvation. You know what I mean? But if she don't eat, she'll be like spitting like saliva up like that, like foggy little. So she was salty today. She didn't like her breakfast, so now she just super prissy. She know I'm talking about her. She ain't trying to look at me. But go ahead, bro. What we got?
But yeah, so let's jump into these topics. So in Brazil, it was in Brazil, it was this woman that she took her uncle into a bank to sign for a loan for $3,200, and like she's like lifting his hand up and like trying to like put it on the paper like to sign. So like his head like falls back. So the bank teller he was now getting, the loan officer was like getting concerned because his head fell back. So she called 911 because he was like unresponsive. So 911 gets there and they says like, you know, this man has been dead for a couple hours. So she went and took her dead uncle and
Bro, that's super
rolled
nasty,
him into
bro.
the bank so she could get $3,000.
Bro, that is super. That's disturbing.
Yes.
She walked this dead body into this public place to try to defraud the bank.
Yeah.
Bro, that's nasty, bro.
I bet she needed the $3,000.
What's $3,000 in Brazil? Like the conversion, is that like a lot of money? Because I just hope it ain't just $3,000.
I hope it ain't $3,000 either.
It might
Yeah,
be.
$3,000
What's that?
is just nuts.
South American.
I don't know. What they,
I know Mexico, like, what was like, every one of our dollars was like 17 of their dollars. I don't know if their conversion is the same.
No,
or
it's not.
It's
Bro.
not
It's
gonna be
nowhere near. Bro, Brazil is nowhere near Mexico, bro.
I mean, this is all South America.
No.
as in Mexico, Central America?
No. Mexico is North America. What's up with y'all?
Oh,
Definitely,
it is. Yeah, it is in North
definitely
America.
fell in geography right now.
Yeah,
So
it is
sorry.
North America.
Mexico is in North America.
Yeah, Brazil is definitely South America.
Yeah.
I be forgetting, man. I know once you get on that little connector thing,
Yeah, but that's at the bottom of Mexico.
that's at the bottom of Mexico. Oh, all right.
Yeah, Aaron was the
Aaron
smart
paid
one.
attention in class.
Yeah,
You know what
Aaron
I'm
definitely know. What else we got, bro?
saying? Do we unpacking that?
Huh?
Yeah, it's dark.
Only one dark subject today, right?
No, this is dark too. So there was a lady, and she was having a schizophrenic episode, and she was outside with her 3-year-old son, and she was pushing him on the swing, and she started having this schizophrenic episode. So she ended up pushing him on the swing for 44 straight hours, through the rain, through the day, through the night, on the swing for 44 hours. The boy ended up passing away, just for dehydration and hypothermia, for just being outside too long pushing on the swing. And eventually the mom was arrested, and she was on trial, and they had these charges, manslaughter, all of that, and they was saying that she was having a schizophrenic episode, and the voices in her head kept telling her like somebody was going to come get her son off of the swing, but the voice in her head, just in her head. So they never came to get him off the swing. Eventually, after the trial, they deemed her like unfit and said that she wasn't, like the cause of the, like, she wasn't criminally responsible for it, because she was having a schizophrenic episode because she was off of her medication for 2 days. So she ended up going free.
Going free to the mental hospital, or just like she just?
They didn't specify.
I think it was like 5 years.
5 years something.
Probation, but like certain
guidelines.
Yeah,
and stuff.
certain guidelines. She probably had to be on her medicine. She probably had to check in something.
All right. Obviously, I don't know if we really know that, like, was she deemed schizophrenic prior to this incident?
Probably, because she was on medication.
She was on meds. She stopped taking them.
Right.
And immediately endanger her kids, stop taking her medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Right. I mean, even if you was the other partner and you was there, I mean, like, with her, how do you know somebody not taking their meds?
Well, obviously she was by herself, but if somebody was there, then like this probably just gets avoided. Even if she's off her meds and she's having an episode, it probably wouldn't endanger the kid.
Right.
You wouldn't really know that a person was off their meds until they start doing things that show that they're off their meds. Right. But in this, it's like,
yo, where is the neighborliness? Like
I was just about to say that,
bro. Like, where's the neighbors that like live across the street from the park? Like, yo, this lady been out here pushing her son in the park for 12 straight hours. I swear to God. Like, where's
that eventually happened. That's how they.
Yeah, but
why didn't it happen sooner? I get it, but that is what eventually happened. The neighbor called because she was concerned.
Right. I just don't. To me, like, I'm trying to like find the words, but like, I guess in terms of like a legal situation, I think like they handled it the right way. I think like she probably shouldn't go to jail for that.
Maybe an inpatient or something. Like, I don't know. Because what you're gonna say is she's stable once she get back on her meds, right? But like, we can't determine or trust her to take her own meds. So now she needs to be somewhere that keeps her on her meds, right? Am I off in that?
No, I wouldn't say you off, but I don't think I don't think she did it on purpose.
I'm not. Nothing.
Oh, you're talking about like
nothing
just,
nothing in my.
I mean, yeah, to make sure that she don't like do something else in the future.
Yeah, I mean, just once you lose the, and it sucks that like this incident is what we're just basing it off of. Once you lose the responsibility to take the meds that protect you and others, then now you need to be
taken from you.
Yeah, like somebody has to regulate it better.
So I'm mad at that.
What else we got? That's her rabbit with them paper ears.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. In other news, there was a father who had custody of his 8-year-old son for what it said for years.
Five
years.
5 years, yeah, for a while, for 5 years. And his son's mom had got a immediate order. She went to the court and lied and was saying her son was being abused and all of these accusations, and she got an immediate order for the boy's removal to remove the son from the dad, and the cops came at 11 o'clock at night to come remove the son. And like he's fighting, trying to get back to his dad, trying to get back in the house, and they're forcibly removing this child from this house. So like, how traumatizing do y'all feel like that is for the kid?
No, that's super traumatizing. One, you talking about 11 o'clock at night. Y'all taking him from everything he know. Y'all taking him from the care provider, the probably best friend at 8 years old. His dad probably his best friend.
Right.
Y'all taking him from his home, his comfort at 8 for nothing. That's super traumatizing. He gonna remember that for the rest of his life.
Right.
And he probably gonna resent his mom or hate his mom in some capacity for the rest of his life.
I think that whoever idea the tactic to rip him out that late is crazy.
It wasn't. That wasn't even the order though.
That wasn't the order. That's just what the police chose to do, or
that's what ended up happening. It said that he was supposed to go the next day, and then like she came, and then she came with the cops.
I think once you can't possibly care about the kid if that's how you want to fork over the kid. Like if you're gonna come rip him from me by force at 11 p.m., you can't possibly care. Like I didn't even probably, butter him up to make the process easier yet.
Right.
We wake up the next day like, all right, we're gonna go to mom.
Right.
I'll see you in a couple of days. Like you haven't probably even allowed for me to do that. Now you just show up with authorities and make it a scene.
Right.
You can't possibly think. I had sent the second video which was similar, and a dad and a son. He was holding his son, probably similar age. The son was crying because he found out that like, you're gonna be with mom for a while, and it's gonna take me some time to be able to see you. And then he has another kid, I read in the caption, that is a little older than the one kid that he was holding, crying, and they were, he was trying to console him, that already has been manipulated by mom, about he's abusive and all these things, allegations to, not have his,
further hurt cause.
Right. So he was like, the dad was like, I'm super hurt because I have to now console him. He don't want to leave me. And then he has another kid with her who's already like, I don't want to see dad at all, and already have picking a side, chosen a side based upon the information they was given. I don't know. My heart goes out to guys in situations like that, especially when it's not true and they're being lied on. And I think that's real to talk about. I know we don't like to always teeter to being on the man or woman side thing, but if in the event that you ain't do nothing and there's some malice against you and the kids are in the middle, I think it's like one of the worst things to see happen in fatherhood.
Yeah, that's sad, bro.
Yeah, and then that, like, and even in the first video, like, this just, like, they just let women just do that. Like, you could just, like, where's the grounds for your allegations? Like, if it was a man, like, it would have to be, like, proven, all this stuff. Like, they would have just told you, like, you would have had to go through all of these other actions to get the kid. Now, like, just because it's mom, like, I could just come with these allegations, get this order, and then this is just what it is.
This is what I don't understand, because you said, it definitely said it was supposed to be the next day, right?
Right.
So why wouldn't the cops be like, listen, miss?
Because it probably would just be easier for them to diffuse the situation by just bringing the kid. If we take the easy way out.
Easy for who?
For them. Not easy for the kid. But if I got to fight with this screaming lady and this paperwork and she ain't trying to come down, like, what is my other alternative? Sometimes they be making them decisions.
Come pick me up while I was out on a date with another guy. And I left and I text him an apology. I went to the bathroom. I said I'm going to the bathroom, and my on and off again was outside. So I told the guy I was on a date with that I'll be back. I went to the restroom. I didn't go back. I went with my nigga. I went with my scared. I'm like, I don't know if he's finna beat the fuck out of me, blue face me, or if we good.
Somebody help me to understand, how is any of this funny? They're right now bonding over some traumatic negativity. I don't understand it. Like, how is that funny? Just skating out on a dude that was kind enough to take you on a date. He didn't have to, and then you just skate off with your ex. I don't understand it. And then you have women like that get on podcasts and say, it ain't no good men out there. Are you sure about that? Because it look like there's a lot of scandalous women out here.
Bro, I got one question that we probably can't answer, being three men down here. Why do women go on dates that they don't want to go on?
Because they go on dates with anybody.
But why?
Because it's free food.
Free food, yeah. I was about to say the same thing, yeah.
But free food can't put me nowhere with somebody that I don't want to be with.
Not a woman.
You're right, and I said we probably can't get the answer, but that just baffles me. I'm not going somewhere with somebody who I don't want to be with for no reason.
Right.
For no reason.
Nah, that's what they doing. They go places for free food. My whole thing is like, why are you not on the date with the boy that came to pick you up?
Because they was off again. She said on again, off again. It was probably off again at that time.
But he came to scoop you. So now we back on?
For that day or for that night? You
could have just called him earlier, then you could have just went to eat with Cuz. See, this is just like an example of like how things, and this is why I like it be. This is why like some men just be on what they be on, like, cause like you're not about to finesse me, like you gonna go out with me and get this little food, eat these apps, whatever, then slide out and then go to Pound Town with Cuz when he come pick you up. After you just got your belly full off of me. Negative. Not having none of that. Then be wondering why dudes be getting the snapping, or like dudes be tripping, or like, yo, I don't really take shorty serious like that, or all of this. Like some of them games, cause like they play the same game. It's a dirty game.
What they doing is murky in the water, bro. Like you court a woman, you court her, and you treat her right, and like he said, she want to dip off and be with other cuz after you then did all the right things. But then on the other end, I'm considered a brokey if I don't want to take you nowhere and I just want to come over and Netflix and chill you down. I'm considered like a bad guy. I'm considered a bum or something, right? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you either finesse me out of bread.
Yeah, nah.
You know,
you
like
just can't get finesse. That's why it always be like. That's what you gotta like. Even like, but that's why the dating game's so foul, because it's like when you be the new dude, like you just gotta take into account like she's still sleeping with the old boy, probably, or somebody. Like it's somebody around that she hitting in the meantime while she getting to know you. Like you gonna go on these first couple of dates, you're not about to get no hole. Somebody getting that hole, for real. Like, that's really, like, that's what it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they be comfortable with somebody already. I might like this little boy a little bit. He ain't really like that. I know I ain't going to be with him. So, I'm going to just go out with him and chill, kick it. But I'm still going to call my main joint that I be, you mean? Until, like, we done went on a couple of dates and it's like, all right, now he done earned some holes. So, I might just give him some hole and maybe stop messing with him, depending on how it goes. It's a nasty game, cuz. It's dirty.
That's the game by Dre Moore.
That was
really be the hardest times because people don't know what it's like to be not just a man, but you the light in your family.
My God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's like, yo, Deval, Deval, can you? And I'm always like, yeah, because I've always felt like these blessings that have been given to me are not for me. I have a fiduciary responsibility to provide for everyone around me. Yeah. Even when I create businesses, you know, it's like I create a business. I'm like, yo, which one of my friends could use extra 15K? I'm like, yo, I'll put you on my business thing. You can you make some extra. Like I've always been that way. Yeah. So when you feel like you don't have that ability to be that for people, you don't feel like you belong anywhere. And it's like I felt like less of a man. I felt like less of a brother, less of a son. And I'm like, I'm failing everybody.
There's definitely a lot more slides, a lot more crying, a lot more, a lot more everything.
I don't
but
like dudes crying on the internet.
But point is, he was just talking about the struggles of being a man when it come down to it.
Like, yeah, with him, like, I mean, he was basically saying, like, if he can't provide these things to make a way for other people, then he feel like he less than. And me personally, like, I think, like, he just struggled with that as a man.
I was about to say that's
because it's a
him
lot.
problem.
Yeah, that's like, I know, like, he was saying that, like, in terms of, like, men as a whole, but, like, I really think, like, that's just him and his mentality, because it's a lot of men out here that, like, don't care about what happens with anybody around them and feel no pressure from just that. Like, feel no pressure to take care of nobody, even shit their own kids. Like, they don't feel like he was talking about providing for his friends, family, like, which is, you know, like a commendable thing. But
that's a negative.
I mean, and that's, I mean, like, and I'm not gonna say like people don't feel that pressure. Like, as a man, you can feel that pressure. I just don't know if that's the biggest struggle. That, because I know a lot of men that just be like, whatever.
Well, personally, I do feel a lot of pressure on a daily basis. I just had a moment before mommy got sick of like, damn, it's really on me to figure out. Like, something ain't adding up. It's on me to figure out. Like, sometimes I wake up and I be like it's an incredible feeling of like everybody is depending on me, you know. And I may not feel like it today, bro. I don't feel like this work every day. I don't feel like going to be the best Lou Mobley I can be every day. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I do think it's an unbelievable pressure, and I think a portion of the people might feel like, well, that's just what it's like to be an adult. And, bro, it's very serious, like, when people really rely on you. I'm not talking about what he talking about, like friends and all this extra stuff. Let's just talk about your household.
About to say, where the divide at? Because what is everybody to you versus everybody for him? Everybody is just the people I'm supposed to take care of.
Right.
Which is my significant other, which is my child or whatever. If my mom need help, then my mom need help. Everything else, negative.
Yep. My thing is, as a man, are you allowed to say that, like, mom, kids, significant other, can you complain about that somewhere? Do you feel comfortable complaining about that somewhere? Do you feel comfortable venting, like, yo, this is heavy? Like, do you feel like that you have that space?
I think I can. I don't, because I don't feel comfortable actually doing it.
Right.
But do I think I can? Yeah, I think I have the space to do that. But I won't do that because I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I think I have the space, but I won't do it. Yeah.
Well, just know that I will do that here. I will call y'all and do the same shit, you know, because I think it's still a lot to wrap your mind around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a man, I'll just go out candidly, like, you really full-time in service and not much in return. And I don't think that's a mindset that anybody is naturally conditioned for. There's nothing that your dad taught you, my dad taught me, that pointed to it would be how it is right now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that could highlight how I feel about the I'm carrying. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And I think it's okay. Like, sometimes I figure out my own problem. I'm gonna just speak for myself. I figure out a lot of my own problems, but I'll call you and be like, "Yo, this is,"
right."
And I might not just need my brother to listen to me talk about how it is, but I'll go figure it out. You know what I mean? I never call you and be like, "Hey, Dre, help me figure this out."
Right.
I'm not that type
You're just
of.
gonna get it up off of you.
Yeah, man. Because sometimes I just might need or I feel you, or, you know what I'm saying, or positive reinforcement or something. But, like, for the most part, I'll go figure it out. But I'll definitely call you and be like, I had no idea it would be like this, Dre. Like, damn, like.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want guys to know that is okay. I don't think they make you less of a man, more of a man. You are wearing something.
Right.
You are wearing something, and people count on you. You know, and I don't know all men operate at the clips like we may operate in all the responsibility.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I think that's a good point to point out that some guys are out here just ignoring responsibilities.
Bro, they just floating, bro. Like,
But for the men who are owning responsibilities and taking on as much as they can or more than they can sometimes, you know, I think you do deserve a place where you can just come and be like this is, you know what I mean?
right,
Like,
yeah, where you could just vent and get that, get that off of you. Absolutely.
Right. What else we got, bro?
daughter comes to me and say, Daddy, my husband cheated on me, I'm going to say, Princess, is he a good provider? Yes. Does he take good care of you? Yes. Do you ever disrespect you, raise his hand to you? No. Outside of this cheating, is he what you need in a man? Yes, he is. Was this thing purely sexual? Was it a hit and miss? Or is he really feeling this woman? If she tells me this was a hit and miss, go have a conversation with him about his infidelity. Let him know you do not like it. I will never tell you not to leave a man because he cheated. You want to leave him because he cheated? Go ahead and do it. But I want to ask you a question. How many men you expect to find out there who are never going to go outside that marriage at least occasionally to experience another woman? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's not realistic to leave a good man for an oops.
For oops. React, bro.
I think he's frauding.
Bro, shout out Dr. Umar, Philly's own,
He lying.
all of that. He's 100% lying.
He might be cool with it.
No, he's not, bro.
Listen.
He's 100% lying. When you talk about the parental aspect, the fatherly aspect of life, you try to protect your kids from everything.
You
don't think all men? Okay.
I've know stories of men that have told their daughters that they should sleep with older men for the check. So they all ain't thinking like you.
True.
For sure. So he might mean it. It's terrible advice, but he might mean it.
I think it's a lesser of the evils thing. I think it's like hinting towards what he just said about, men that coach their daughters to go for older men. Like, if all men cheat, then get cheated on with somebody that's going to take care of you at least. Like, it's like lesser of the evils. Whereas, though, you would think you want to teach your daughter to respect herself, and if somebody don't respect you, stand your ground and get into a better situation. You would think that is the natural advice.
I mean, he might just be saying, like, he might not think, like, he could also be thinking from his own personal experience. Like, he might feel like it ain't no man out here that's not going to cheat on you at least one time. So you shouldn't leave your man if he cheat one time.
Listen, as super logical as I am, and I look at everything, I would never, ever tell my daughter, stay in a situation like that. I would teach her to be self-sufficient before I would tell her to put up with something
Right.
demeaning or put up with something hurtful just for something else. Right. Never. Now, what he's saying is super logical. It makes sense because it's real. That's what really happens in real life. But I would never, ever tell my daughter to stay in a situation that you don't feel comfortable in or where you getting disrespected for any reason at all.
Right.
Any.
I got so many points.
What's your point?
All right. Hate to go down this rabbit hole. They always try to say, like, women should never talk about, like, wonder, like it's never your fault while I'm cheating, right? That's like a no-no, right? Like, to never be like, I cheated on you because X, Y, and Z.
Right.
They avoid, like, that as a lane to talk about. In theory, if all men cheat or all men would cheat or whatever, do men really have a reason to cheat? Like, do men cheat for a reason, or do you think it's just?
I'm sure some people cheat for a reason. I mean, it's really hard to determine. Some people just cheat because they cheat. Some people cheat for a reason. Like, I can't really, like, unless somebody tell you the reason why they cheated, like, I wouldn't really know. But I'm sure, like, there's men out here that she like, oh, my girl, like, might not be giving me the buns enough, or she might not be freaky enough, or she just, it's probably men that cheat for that reason. It's men that cheat for the thrill of the chase, but that don't really got nothing to do with the woman that they with. That's just some own personal thing. So it's like, I can't really say, like, oh, everybody's cheating because somebody did something to them. Like, some people just be cheating and cheating. On the man aspect, like, a lot of times, like I told you, like, women only really, like, cheat with people that they like. So, like, then that's, like, something else going on there.
We recently had a conversation, and y'all said to me that y'all think a cheat, the relationship is repairable after a cheat. Or, like, y'all wouldn't leave or something like that. I'm not making that up.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, like, you can bypass him. I'm not saying, no, listen. I'm not saying that whatever if Dr. Umar's daughter was cheated on, that she can't forgive the person. It's just the optics of him saying every man is going to cheat on you, because that's what he said. He said you're going to leave this situation and go to another situation, and it's unrealistic to expect a man not to cheat at least once in your relationship. So what he's saying is, like, you're going to get cheated on. Period.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, too. I'm definitely not saying the relationship is over for her, because it may not. But me being her father, I'm not going to tell her to stay. And that's what it sounds like he's saying. Right. And he's saying it like, oh, no, I'm not going to tell you what to do. And then he give you all these points to stay. Right. I'm not doing that. And I don't think it's realistic to do that.
For our female listeners, do you think a woman could satisfy a man enough for him not to cheat ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So give them some hope. I ain't want to just be pitching them all this.
No, I'm not gonna say everybody. That's why I say I can't go with everybody's gonna cheat on you. Like, it's just that situation wasn't the right situation for you. Right. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's not really a thing of like that's just bad. That's just a bad way to go into any relationship. Like, that's just like even if she wasn't cheated on, that's like me telling my kid from the rip, like, yo, expect to be cheated on at some point. Your daughter come home with Billy one day, like, oh, look, this is my boyfriend Billy, and you like, yeah, baby, at some point Billy gonna cheat on you, but it's cool because that's just what it is. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, that's just not good. That's not good work, bro. Like, we gotta have the hope that you're not gonna get cheated on. That Billy gonna care enough.
All right, I'm gonna just take the pot to the next level.
All right, bro.
All right, I had an old head. Shout out Ooze. Ooze said, man, you supposed to marry the down one. We make the mistake of not wifing the one that like us, and we go wife the one that we gotta chase. And then you end up with the one you chased, and then you still double back in to be with the one that liked you anyway. So, with that being said, bro, do you agree with something like that?
So, you're going to have to give me a little bit more of a breakdown of what he was saying. Cause
you need to be with your down shorty and stop trying to go get the prissy baddie just to have the baddie to say that, oh, she's wifey material because she looks away or carries herself away.
So why are we... Because she look better than the down shorty?
Maybe she looks better. Maybe she has a better job or career. Maybe you can see her in a more motherly role, but the one that really satisfies you...
You talking about going with the girl that optically on paper look better, but not the one that you vibe with more.
Yes.
All right.
Well, you should 100% not be marrying... You should 100% be marrying somebody who loves and cares for you the most.
Yes, the one you vibe with the most, not what looks better. Like, oh,
the one who ride for you, the one who protect you, the one who you can look to for. That's 100% who you should be marrying.
So that's good advice from Ooze.
It's great advice from Ooze.
A lot of guys don't do that, bro. I know guys who definitely went with more of the optics, more of the, I think she'll be a better mom, and the bigger things versus. No, this one is for me.
Connection, that you're gonna fail in that every time, though.
I was saying, them people that they just gonna have to learn the life lesson the hard way.
Yeah, you're gonna fail in that every time because at some point life is gonna strip all that stuff away, and then when that gets stripped away, like, what you gonna be left with?
Right.
So yeah, shout out to Reed Street Ooze.
Oh, Atney.
Yeah,
all right, bro.
Yeah, so Lou sent us this video on the internet of a girl. She was trying to like prank her boyfriend or her husband. I don't know their relationship. So I don't know. They just together. And he's walking through the door and like she's on the couch with like this blanket over top of her, acting like she's giving off some head to Bull on the couch as he's walking through the door. And he got like a 48 pack of bottle Poland Spring, like the 48 bottle joint, and he just chucked that thing at the back of her head and then run over there and like pull the blanket off of her, and she all looking all confused, holding her back because she just got hit
with a case of water.
Now because you want to play, now your back gonna be hurt for the rest of the week
because you want to be playing stupid. I seen people in the comments, right, talking about some. I know she was drawing and all, but he ain't had to hit her in the back with the water. Like,
Bro, anybody can get hit with the water, bro.
yeah.
If I walk into a situation and I see X and Y, I'm throwing a case of water and I don't care who it hit.
Listen, he ain't care who it hit, cuz.
Exactly. And now her back all messed up for the rest of the
throwing
week.
the case of water, yo, is like next level.
Yo, throwing the case of water was funny, but you just pray that you don't have the overly aggressive guy that's like a punch or hit or take it to the next level. You feel me? I think the case of water made it funny. But
the case of water definitely made it funny because I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And he threw that joint from Bo was mad strong.
He definitely threw that
from the door. Like from the door to the couch, like nah.
He made that Olympic sport, bro.
He chucked that joint.
Realistically, like, I'm dropping the water and going over there.
Yeah. That's how you know Bo was on some super strong because like the case of water is so heavy, like you gonna drop the water because like I'm gonna throw this joint, it's not gonna make it. Like in your head is gonna be like that's not gonna make it over there. So now I'm just like through the water for
his
no
adrenaline
reason.
was up, bro.
Yo, he chucked like that joint got all the way there, like. Cause you gonna think like, man, I can't. Like it's just like like you shoot a paper basketball or something. Like it might, I guess, oh, this too light. It's not gonna get there. Like the case of water, like man, I can't throw that over there. I'm gonna
throw my shoulder out, try to throw this.
Exactly, that was all Duddy. Like, and he was accurate with that jump too.
What if he would have just like seen what she was doing and shut the door and left and never confronted her about it? She probably been scared as hell.
Yeah, nah. You can't do that. Yo, speaking like, let's just walk us into something. Just to like double back off of what we was talking about the other week with the forgiving of the cheat, and Tone had called me about it. So Tone was like, he like, man, y'all was tripping talking about some man y'all could forget a cheat. I'm like, what you mean? He like, well, it really depend on like the context. He like, so when y'all talk about cheat, like, is you talking about like you walked in and like she was actively like getting, mashed potato in that joint.
Yeah,
like,
his adjectives is
like,
crazy.
like, is she in that joint getting creased? I'm like, he like, is you like forgiving that? So I'm like, nah, that's probably different.
That's 100% different.
I'm like, that's different. You gonna say some man, you walk in the crib and like she going crazy, like you'll never hear her make these sounds. Like she making sounds you ain't never heard.
Oh my God.
You ain't never heard before. Like, is you forgiving that? And I'm like, nah, bro.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, nah, bro. I can't forget that because then, like,
you can't. That's something that you can't unsee.
Right. I'm like, you can't unsee it. You can't unhear it. And then it's like, oh, Bo was folding you up like that. Like, you gonna go cheat again? Like, like, oh, he was doing that too. Like, oh yeah, this not about to be like a one-time deal. Like, I'm just gonna have to bow out gracefully.
No, we 100% was not talking about.
Yeah, I'm like,
somebody
like catching them in
act.
Catching them in the act is 100% different than like, oh, you've been cheating or the bull dropped you off,
right?
Or like you cheat in our living quarters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that severity of the cheat has now really
super
increased.
Elevated. I'm like, bro, we wasn't talking about that. Like, I'm like, man, ain't nobody walking in like and your girl doing that and then like.
If I walk in on it, it's really over. Like, if I walk in on it, like I'm seeing.
That's a fact. Instantly is over.
Yeah. I don't care what relationship, marriage, or whatever you in. If I walk in and you are getting banana split, you get banana split on the same bed that I split you.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, Tone, you gotta chill, bro. I'm like, nobody even talking like that. Like, we not doing that, bro. I'm like, that's like a whole different ball game of cheat, guys.
New dad tip of the day. I had seen this video of a dad giving he was a soccer dad basically, and his daughter was playing and they was playing like boys and girls together, and the little boy kept kicking this little girl, but really not going for the ball. And then when the daughter realized he was just kicking her for kick's sake, she looked at the dad, and then she ran after the young boy and like shouldered him in his back and knocked him to the ground. And I wanted to. He was getting some backlash because it's like people in the comments and stuff thought that he had gave her the okay to go retaliate, even though he said that he told her to let it go. My new dad tip of the day is it's okay to teach your kids to stick up for themselves and to defend themselves. Like, you're only able to protect your kids on what you see, what you hear, what you learn about, but they're gonna have to learn to defend themselves because they're them.
Right.
If somebody's mistreating them, they need to be comfortable sticking up for themselves or defending themselves. So this girl was comfortable playing soccer, and if he was going for the ball, she might have been comfortable with like, oh, he reaching for the ball but accidentally hit me. But after like the third kick, yo, you just kicking me to kick me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I like that she took matters into her own hands. I do not condone violence. However,
We absolutely condone that.
I condone you. You ain't gonna be doing that shit to me all game. Like somebody got to stop it. Like eventually you got to stop the bully. Eventually you have to stop somebody trying to take advantage of you or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, feel comfortable teaching your kids how to stick up for themselves and how to defend themselves is 100% okay.
And she walked off all brolic. She knew Cuz was sweet for it. She knocked him down and didn't even look back to even care like whether he was going to retaliate. Like she just knocked him down and
Turned her back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when Cuz smacked Chris Rock.
She took her yellow card with grace, huh?
Yeah, just walked off all brolic. In this week's Unfit Parenting segment, they was in St. Louis. Was that
St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was St. Louis. It was an 8-year-old boy that got caught driving in the car, and his mom was in the back seat asleep. In what situations are these things appropriate?
It's zero.
Bro, no situations.
In those situations.
In no situations.
What if he was taking her to the hospital?
That wasn't the case, bro.
I know it wasn't the case.
What was her excuse for being asleep in the back seat? She was drunk. She was high.
Tired, I guess.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I don't even. You think
Who put it in drive?
Bro, she was probably drunk or high, bro.
probably
1,000% drunk or high.
probably drunk or high.
And he was driving downtown St. Louis
Downtown
too.
St. Louis.
The hell we doing downtown with a young boy? He probably hit mad cars, bro.
What if he ain't hit nothing? I don't think he said nothing about no
Probably
accident. What if he was
Somebody
nice?
probably just called and said, "Yo, it's this kid driving this car."
How big is the 8-year-old?
It don't matter, bro. Why does that matter?
Cause he probably
Because
really
how can he reach the pedals?
You can reach the pedals.
And the steering wheel, and see what's in front of you?
And see at the
Bro,
same
you
time.
can move the chair,
At 8?
at any car.
You
all
had
the
the
way up.
wherewithal of 8 to like adjust the seat.
I didn't get behind it.
You giving these kids more credit than you? I think you smart, bro. You think you would have had the wherewithal at 8 years old to like, yo, I need to adjust the seat, yo.
Probably.
At 8?
Yo.
Cause you only know stuff that you see. So if you seen somebody move their seat up or back, then
He might
you
be.
know that it's
He
possible.
might have been a big young boy.
Even if he a big young boy, say they ain't got no tents. You know a kid when you see a kid, no matter the size.
Bro, first of all, I'm gonna just keep it a bean. When somebody that don't know how to drive, they're mashing on it too hard and the car is irking and jerking, that scared me, bro. So I would 100% call the cops too. Because he about to fatality somebody. He about to finish somebody, vehicular manslaughter. For real, bro.
Cuz knew to put that joint in drive.
You got to think
and
about it
go.
like, you got to think about like, yo, how you press the gas pedal. Like, you have to learn that.
Right, like he
Like-
got, you mean?
Like, you got to
How
learn it
he
on
had
leave
the
your toes on
techniques
it.
down.
Video games.
He might have been need to go on
Need
the
for
amazing.
speed.
The
He
arcade,
might have got to
bro.
go on the amazing kids
Bro.
section, cuz
Yo, if he get in court and say, I learned how to drive from Midnight Club, I'm going to be dying, bro.
like, he might have to go on the amazing. Bro, some people still drive with 2 feet.
Nah, bro.
It's people in the world though that drive with 2 feet.
I'm pretty sure it is, but
Like he was on the gas, on the brake. I put this thing in drive. I'm driving.
all right, this might sound super irresponsible, but
Maybe they was teaching him how to drive.
no. I think my son could do it.
Oh yeah,
My son,
could do it.
like a lot of cars, he got the cars.
But your kid
he
then
got
a teenager, right?
No,
he 11.
Yeah, 11.
But Lodge always had the steering wheel with the.
He always
pedals and all
looked at
that.
me while I was driving. He got a steering wheel situation in the arcades. He played a lot of the racing games. What if he like that?
You letting me pull up in your car though?
I didn't say I was letting him. I just said I think he could do it.
Next time you come to the pod with your fender benders all crazy, bro.
I'm just saying I think he could do it.
Lodge gonna hear this and take the keys and be like, Dad gave me the green light.
That's crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
Now,
it's 100%.
Like, it's definitely
crazy
bad
to
parenting,
do in a city setting.
Right. It's definitely like bad parenting, but
I'm not gonna lie. In Alabama or Mississippi, to let a kid drop on your property, that's probably
normal.
It's probably common.
Mm-hmm.
But in a city setting downtown, that's what make it crazy.
What if they didn't start downtown?
He probably didn't. That's probably the way home.
Yo, even navigating the streets and knowing your way home is like elite, bro.
It is. It is.
Nah,
that's
bro.
definitely some
like,
amazing kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like them not finding him like crashed in an accident, like on some like, yo, we just pulled him over and like this different, bro. Like he ain't getting that joint and bang out.
Yo, imagine the cops pulling up and he peeling off on the cops and taking them on a chase, bro.
Didn't we play that video of the kid driving a semi truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. That kid was operating a semi tractor trailer.
And he was getting back in that joint.
11.
He was shifting correctly and all of that.
Yeah, he was getting back in that joint.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing.
What if we could have had this whole context wrong? He could have been a survivor. He could have been terrified. Like, yo, something wrong with mommy. I need to drive. He could have been a whole.
That's a fact.
He might be a hero, but she definitely on the unfit.
But it definitely said. But we just going by what it said. It said she was while she slept in the back.
Right.
Not while she needed a medical emergency. It said while she slept in the back.
No, he was drunk, cause he was going the wrong way in the wrong direction of traffic.
See.
Yeah, and then she was found unconscious.
Oh, she was unconscious?
Yeah, but the reasons for a nap in the backseat remain unknown.
Yeah.
And he had a 3-year-old in the car with him.
Yeah, bro, he was just trying to we need to get out of this joint, bro.
He took initiative.
He trying to get us to safety.
Yeah, bro.
Mommy in the back, wilding, the baby crying, bro.
He took matters into his own hands.
That's a fact.
Need to go home,
that's a fact.
Yeah, nah, you wildin'.
What else we got, bro?
This week's Ask Lou and Dre. Our question come from Deuce. It's real simple. What are you starting to like less and less the older you get?
Outside.
Mine's simple, bro.
What's yours?
People, bro.
Oh yeah, I hate people.
As I get older and older, bro, I want to be around less and less people, bro.
You call me every day about interactions with people, yo.
Bro, I don't want to go out.
Outside, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I think mine's is alcohol.
Oh yeah, I don't remember doing that neither.
Yo, funny thing. Me and Dre went to Miller's
with the Millers, dog.
like a month or two ago. Dre had one margarita, bro.
I'm like, bro, I'm drunk, cuz.
He had one margarita, bro.
I'm like, yo, I'm drunk, dog.
That's that 130-pound shit, bro. One margarita, did you win?
Bro, I've seen Dre drink before, bro.
Yeah.
He don't do ice. He don't do none of that.
Tolerance.
We talk about one margarita.
I don't be doing nothing. So like tolerance mad low. We went out like we in there watching the game. Had the margarita. I'm like, bro, I'm drunk.
When he ordered a second margarita, I'm like, bro, you gotta drink it. You're like, nah, I can't.
I said, nah, I'm too drunk, bro.
I can't drink it. I'm like, bro, it's a margarita. He
Don't
like,
hit me later on. Like, nah, bro. Now I'm gonna be in this joint sick.
Bro, I think my point of not like really liking alcohol like that no more. All right, as a hands-on pop, there is like, you know how like, oh man, we used to have a football house. We used to like get drunk. We used to, like we grew up in the, we was in college in Gucci Man, let's get wasted time. So we was getting wasted, finishing bottles, had bottles all around the house, around the, it was like a shelf type of thing that went around the whole.
Yeah, that was like our first apartment.
Yeah, had the empty bottles on display.
Empty bottles on display. So just want to give y'all context that like me and Royale, shout out Royale, took pride in finishing bottles a lot. I don't want to say daily or give y'all some type of figures so y'all can think we was like alcoholics or something, but maybe. But anyway, I say all that to say, as an adult, if I'm drunk and I'm hungover, there is no pass the kids are still gonna be up at 6, 7 in the morning, and you're gonna now have the dad with the hangover. So there is no benefits to like drinking that heavy or really having a drink at all because my responsibilities don't get exempt. Like if I'm having a beer and I'm watching the Sixers and I have too many beers, I'm still gonna have to change ass and give kids baths and shit. Right. Like nothing changes. So it's not like if she see me having a beer, she's like, you got off tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Now if that was the case, maybe we could reintroduce some alcohol, but at this level,
you gotta save it for vacation. Like when y'all just go on vacation, cause
and not to mention, like I just feel like a lot of alcohols don't agree with me. Like
your body be different, man. First of all, Aaron be sick every time he drunk.
100% of the time, bro.
Every
now,
time.
being in my mid-30s, if I get a little past tipsy, I'm throwing up, bro. 100% of the time. Bro. And I can't drink tequila no more. It give me heartburn. You just can't do certain things.
Be old overnight.
Bro, everything come out the other end or up this way, bro.
Just facts, bro.
Different. They said 30 was lit.
Nah, I feel older.
No. You get to like 60, cause we gonna be ultra geriatric, cause.
Man, Deuce, thanks for the question, man. Keep the questions coming in the Ask Lou and Dre. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another great episode, man. Leave us reviews, share with other parents. Still trying to grow this thing.
That's a fact. Until next time, y'all.
Until next time.
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dad, more than a dad.